big fight on Saturday against Salido. I know they he hit on it about a fighter having, let's say, 16 losses. One of the guys that was up there, 16 losses, and it doesn't matter nowadays having an undefeated record. Sometimes it does. In your case, it does, but sometimes it doesn't. What are your thoughts of Salido, being that he's beaten Gamboa? He didn't beat Gamboa actually, but he beat one. Yeah, he did knock him down, and he did give him a hell of a fight. What are your thoughts of Salido?
Salido has improved a lot. Like they mentioned earlier, he learned the hard way. He didn't have an amateur career like I did to start off, so he had to learn as a professional. I think he had something like 7 and 6 losses or something, 8 and 6 in his first 15 fights or something. He had to learn. But over the years, he picked up a lot. He learned a lot. He dedicated himself a lot more to the sport. In the earlier stage of his career, he probably wasn't as focused and probably a little disappointed in how things were turning out. But recently, he's had a very good run. He's won, his recent fights, and he's world champion, defending world champion. He's on a high. His confidence is high, so I'm sure he's taking care of business in the ring and in the gym, to prepare for this fight.
He's a pressure fighter. He's a guy that throws a lot of punches. He's sort of like a Margarito-ish type of fighter. I mean, I know you're not going to give nothing away, but what do you think you need to do on Saturday to nullify that?
We worked on a lot of things in the gym. We worked on speed. We worked on combinations. We worked on counter punching. We worked on our footwork. We worked on a lot of things, but we also worked on pressuring him if I have to pressure him, because he may also not be comfortable or ready for me to come at him.
Right.
He may be thinking, oh, this guy's just going to try to stay in front of me and I'm gonna steamroll him. Well, if I decide to press a fight one of the rounds, he may not know what to do. He may not be prepared for someone pressing the fight. He may actually tire. His legs may give up, after a few rounds of constant pressure. He can take a good punch. He gets down, but he gets right back up. And so I'm expecting a tough fight, a long night. He's not one to just, quit. Or for me to hurt him and keep him down. He gets right back up and keeps fighting, just like every single fight that he's had. Right. So I'm expecting a tough fight, but that's why we did all the work in the gym.
You have a lot of respect for him, pretty much. That's what I have
respect for him. He earned it. He's proven. He respects me because he also knows the abilities that I have, the kind of fighter that I am. So he's always respected me. I've always respected him. I have respect for all my opponents. It takes a lot to be in the ring and the work that it takes in the gym, to get to where you're at, and especially at this level. He like I said, he went the hard way. So he learned on the job.
Right. Now, your brother's former world champion, fought Corrales, fought Casamayor. I mean, he's been at the highest level in the game. What does that do for you in your career? I mean, how does that be in your benefit working with a guy who has been at that level?
I think the best advantage of that is having him, not only as a trainer, but he himself was a world-class, world championship fighter. He knows what it takes to be a world champ. I believe in him. My dad knows exactly what it takes. And the results are there. We have good school, good technique. We have a good training, program.
Right.
So I believe in them, 100%. Everything they say, I believe I have the best corner in the world. And they happen to be my father and my brother. So of course, we did everything needed and necessary to be in the best shape possible for this fight. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. I always thank everybody for staying patiently behind me and supporting me, and it's finally here. The moment has come, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take that title and become world champ. It's going to be one hell of a fight. I think people are going to be very excited to be part and enjoy this fight. I'm going to be able, I think, to display all of my skills and put everything in the ring to show everybody that I'm somebody to really look out for.
Right.
And nobody is going to be disappointed with the results.
Yep. If you knew a fighter in the back of your mind was on some kind of performance enhancement, would you go on with the fight? Would you just say, the hell with it, I can beat this guy straight on
It
skill?
depends on what opponent I'm facing. If I feel that I'm just superb above, and beyond, and I feel confident enough that I could beat him no matter what he's on, maybe I would just go ahead and do the fight. But at the level that we are fighting, you don't get bums. You're not fighting any bum. You're not fighting anybody with no skills. So if anybody was suspected or we suspect that somebody was taking some kind of, performance enhancement drug or whatever, then yeah, we would probably ask, to get, the random testing and do the whole drug test during the camp, before that, because that's probably when they're most likely using.
Right.
By the time the fight comes, they're clean because they learned or they have somebody helping them, clear it out for them, weeks before the fight. So of course, that would work, and we would want something like that. But for right now, I'm not worried about that.